Have you ever found yourself in a place where life doesn't seem to go the right way? You feel hopeless, you don't know what's gonna happen, you don't have any sense of direction. Maybe your body is experiencing a lot of pain and you don't know where to go, where get help, what to do. Maybe even facing the possibility of death. At some point of my life, I had those challenging times. When I was 33 years old, young mom, I had two little adorable girls. I was married. At that time, I still lived in Russia. One day, I find myself laying on my bed. It was a springtime, nice weather, but my body was in pain. I was experiencing huge pains all over my body. I was telling my mother that only my ears and the soles of my feet didn't hurt. Everything else was inflamed, was in pain. My heart was out of whack. My kidneys, my liver were in pain, inflamed. I had ulcers in my stomach. Even my skin and my nerve system had problems. I was scheduled to have a surgery. I had 5 different medications for 5 major organs. And you can experience pain like that for a certain period of time. And then at some point you start thinking, okay, if the life is like this, what's gonna happen next? So one morning I found myself thinking, well, maybe this is it. Maybe in 1 week, in 1 month, I will be really facing death. And it was a quiet, peaceful observation. I didn't panic. I was not afraid. But it was strange to think that I was only 33 years old and my life would be over. So I started asking myself questions. Well, did my life have any meaning? Did I do what I wanted? And you know what? I couldn't find any meaning. I couldn't find anything that I would say, yes, I lived my life, because I was going through the life like in some kind of motions. I went to the school like everybody else. I went to the college, became music teacher, started going to work. Then I got married, I got children. And there was nothing really that I could say, okay, that was something really interesting, something that I did with my whole heart, something that I really enjoyed, something that other people would remember. My next thought was, but how my little girls are going to do in this world where it's even hard to find the meaning, how they're gonna do in this life without me? I won't see them growing up. And that was such a hard thought for me to think about, that I just decided, no, that's not going to happen. I want to live. I want to have my life. I want to have my life have a meaning. I want to have a different life, but I definitely didn't want to die. I was only 33 years old. Who wants to die at that age? And I got up, I grabbed all my medicine, threw them to the wastebasket, and I just decided to heal myself. Doesn't matter what. Later in my life, I learned that everything begins from that point, from the turning point of decision. When you make a decision to change your life, that's when it happens. I didn't know how I was going to heal myself. I didn't know if I was going to see my girls growing. But your faith, your trust into yourself, in life, that it's gonna happen for you. That's what held me through all these tough times. That's what was helping me to move forward. After that, I moved to another country. I learned another language. When I came to this country, I couldn't say hi. It took for me 3 days to open my mouth and say hi because I was so afraid. I thought something strange was going to come out of my mouth. It was so strange to speak another language. I took speech classes. That was horrifying. I went through. I went to the college. I started my business. Unfortunately, I got a divorce, but I raised my 2 beautiful girls. Now they're gorgeous, young, successful women. What a pleasure. And finally, in my life, I've learned finally about my destiny, my passion. I found it. And now I get to share it with other people. What a pleasure to see other people changing their lives. During my healing crisis, I stumbled upon numerology, but at that time I thought, that's too weird. That cannot be that my life would be determined by my name and the birth date. That couldn't be like that. Several years later, though, when I read more books on that, when I went through certification and my training, and at that time I started seeing that I actually have psychic abilities. I could see something that other people didn't tell me anything like that, but I could sense and I would tell them, and boy, that was hard to accept. We actually, we're actually using 10 or 15% of all our brain capacity. So that's just one of that part that just was not activated. It's in you, it's in me, it's in everybody else. It just happened that through this training, I was able to tap into my deep part of my intuition. It took for me 3 years to accept the fact that I could tell somebody something I could not possibly mentally know about them. And time after time, first with my friends, with my family, then later with my clients, I saw that what I tell people, they would confirm. They say, oh yes, this is 100%. And I could not believe it at first. So it's really a journey. Sometimes it takes many years to come to your destiny, to find your passion in the life. But boy, it's so worth it. I really want to share it with you guys because life could be so different. I remember I was coming to my girls' bedroom. They still were like young teenagers at that time. And I would tell them, you know what? I told them that they're writing a book and this is the name of the book, but I didn't know that. And so they would tell me, Mom, you just get used to it already. So numerology is really helpful. I found that this is, in a nutshell, I created this unique method of combining ancient art and science of numerology, which actually, by the way, was created by ancient Greek mathematician and philosopher Pythagoras. You probably heard his name from your geometry class in the school. Numerology and coaching to integrate this knowledge. So you don't have to go through healing crisis. You don't have to spend 20 years looking for different spiritual techniques, modalities. I tried Reiki, I tried Tai Chi, wonderful subjects and techniques. I do yoga and I teach yoga, etc., etc. There are so many different modalities. What I found, they're all great. But it all starts with your mind. It all starts, it's your mind, it's your main computer, it's your main energy center. That's where your main healing and passion and destiny, that's where it all lies. If you tap into your true self. You can just know what is your life is about. You can learn about your life direction. If you really want to know about yourself, if you're gonna put the work into your life, I will work with you. So you can contact me and you can learn about your destiny. This is my passion. I want to see other people's lives change. I want to see and I want to see your life being different. You can elevate your life to new heights. You can learn about your full potential, and you will definitely change. You will change your life, and you will have that influence on other people's lives around you. That's what I see with my friends and with my family and with my clients, because you create that butterfly effect, because you become happier, you know your purpose, you become stable, grounded, inspired, unstoppable, and then you share that energy with everybody else in your community. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Would you like to do that? So you can contact me directly, or you can watch more videos. You can go to my website. You can Google your life path number for the beginning and learn at least about your main direction. But please do not stop in that place where you feel like there is no hope, there is no future, feeling hopeless. No, there is a life for you, and there is a meaning for everybody's life. Please don't waste your lifetime. Use this knowledge and change your life and experience your full and complete happiness. Thank you.